guys, my name is Joe Walters and I'm the owner of Gracie Humaita Edwardsville here in Edwardsville, Illinois. We opened up in 2021, May of 2021, and we grew into our second location, which is a 6,000 square foot building, and it's about 2,200 square foot of mat space, so it's awesome to be here. I got introduced to Jiu-Jitsu in around 2006, and then when I graduated high school in 2008, I moved to the St. Louis area, and I started training under J.W. Wright over at Gracie Humaita St. Louis in 2008, and he's been my mentor since then. I got introduced to Jiu-Jitsu like a lot of people, probably in the early 2000s when UFC was kind of taking over. That was the first thing that gravitated me towards Jiu-Jitsu, and I actually had a cousin at the time who was kind of training and teaching at an MMA gym as well too, and when I would see him, he would put me in chokeholds and submission holds, and I was always just kind of really intrigued by that and competitive too as well. So I would try to like wrestle and fight back, and I would never work out. So I eventually kind of realized I needed to start training and learning the techniques and learning the moves so I could be competitive, in wrestling, MMA, jiu-jitsu, or whatever it is. Like a grip on the ankle, you want to kind of hook the pants, you can do that as well too. So I'm in here, I'm trying to pull whatever, you're going to stuff that foot, just like that. As soon as he goes to sit on top of that leg, I'm just going to lift him and kind of move him this direction. Here. Once his hands post, now I can bring my foot to the hip. This is going to hook behind, and then as he tries to bring his weight back down, I'm going to sweep it to the side. This foot comes off the hip here, come up. Jiu-Jitsu to me has changed over the years. So now Jiu-Jitsu to me it's a livelihood, it's coaching, it's mentorship. In the beginning, it was just something to get some of that young competitive energy burnt out of me, and then over the years it's kind of adapted to whatever my goals are. I was really into competitions. I had an MMA phase where I was training Jiu-Jitsu specifically for MMA, then it was Jiu-Jitsu competitions, and then as I got to higher levels, I started to change my Jiu-Jitsu to more of like a coaching or a leadership role, and that's what Jiu-Jitsu is to me. It can be anything to anyone. It provides a lot of different opportunities, and it can lead you down a lot of different paths. If someone's interested in Jiu-Jitsu, I would say just go for it, just try it out. There's a chance that there's someone in that Jiu-Jitsu class that's in a very similar, scenario as you. We have members as young as 4 years old, and we have people up into their 60s that train Jiu-Jitsu, male, female, athletic, not as athletic, short, tall, big, strong. We got a little bit of it, everything. So people in the Jiu-Jitsu Academy have all sorts of different backgrounds. So if you're interested in Jiu-Jitsu, reach out to your local gym. If you need to ask them some questions to feel more comfortable, go ahead and do that. But chances are the person that's going to meet you at the gym is going to be super nice, super friendly. The members are going to be super helpful. They had their first day as well, so they understand where you're coming from. So if you're interested, go ahead, do it. Jiu-Jitsu is a fantastic thing. The biggest difference is when I first started Jiu-Jitsu, it definitely was more of a hobby. Now you have people that train Jiu-Jitsu full time and they're competitors. There's a lot more like information and techniques and instructionals and stuff like that that's out there. So that's all really good, and Jiu-Jitsu is changing super fast because of that. But it's also changing for the better, because now Jiu-Jitsu is very much mainstream. So you have so many different people that are training Jiu-Jitsu, which makes it way more inviting to everybody. There's definitely a lot larger female presence in Jiu-Jitsu, which is awesome to see as well. I do think that Jiu-Jitsu is going to find its way back to some of the less flashier moves. Right now, you're kind of already seeing that. you know, there was a huge craze of like the inverting and the berimbolo and all sorts of stuff, but you're starting to see guard passing come back a lot, which is good. I think you're going to see some of the just more fundamental moves make its way back into jiu-jitsu, and as it spreads to more people, jiu-jitsu classes as a whole are going to have to learn how to teach to everybody instead of just like the super athletic and young people in the class. So 10 years from now, I see jiu-jitsu kind of coming back to what it was maybe a couple decades ago. I also see it becoming a little bit more like professionally ran, and all your days of like your MMA garages and your kind of like locker room, you know, boys club jiu-jitsu days, I think are probably gone, and that's probably for the best.
Our family trains at Gracie because it feels like home. We're always treated with a smile whenever we walk in the door, and as part of the team the entire time we're here.
So I train here at Gracie Humaita Edwardsville because just the family atmosphere is fantastic, and it's really an awesome opportunity to see others grow and develop lifelong friendships.
Me and my daughter train at Gracie Humaita Edwardsville because it's a great family environment. It's a great place for us to train together, for us to learn healthy habits, and to challenge ourselves.
One word to describe Joe is humble.
So one word to describe Joe Walters: hairy.
Cat-like.
Charismatic.
Leader.
Short.